Do I look good? Do I look Christmassy? Are we on? Yes. Give it up for DJ Airson, giving you some living room realness. And thank you, everyone, for participating in sending in your living rooms, which is really cute. I'm Adriana A, and I don't even know why I am doing a mashup talk today. It is like the weirdest thing, where it's just like, I'm kind of like in a super Christmas mood. It's Christmas Day. I don't really have any special guests. Oh God. And I forgot to set the it's always a rush. Always something. It's always fucking something. Here, let's put this on just chatting. Okay, there we go. Wait, what just happened? Oh. I don't know what's going on. Weird things are happening. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, okay, so I totally fucked up. I'm fired yet again because I did not change the title. Okay, now I changed the title. I changed it to just chatting because that's what we're gonna do. Do you like? Oh my God, I realize you can't even see. Here we go. You can't even see the lovely fireplace that I have here because the microphone was in the way. So there we go. We've got a nice cozy fire. We've got this beautiful Christmas tree. As you can see, the weather outside is frightful. Oh, Stream Elements just dropped it. Oh, well, I don't know. I have no idea what the going live notification went out. The going live notification might have simply said, whatever. It says Twitchmas, and, there we are. How is everybody? How's your Christmas? How's your Christmas going? It's Christmas Day, except that here in Berlin, it's already 3 a.m. Yeah, Jupiter Gatling's like starting your show at 3 a.m. Yeah, it always makes us a little confused. And I had everything all super dialed in. But I'm super happy that Jupiter Gatling is going to be joining us. So we're going to be doing, we weren't sure. We kind of make up this shit as we go along. We never know how we're going to feel, how, it's like what weird ass sleep schedules, each of us is going to be on. So it was like, are we going to do a tag team set because it's Christmas and we should be together? Or is it going to be like I do 3 hours and then she does the next 3 to 25 hours, because we never know. As it turned out, she woke up and she got all her stuff dialed in, but all of her stuff dialed in was then like, wait, so I was not quite as ready. Do you love the headpiece? Is it amazing? Do you love it? It's sadly okay. So there. We got 2 of these. There's this one that's like the whole stack of presents. And then there's another one that is a little bit like, I got it because I was like, ooh, I have red hair. It's just like a big green present on my head, and the green and the red will be super Christmassy. It'll be a great contrast. I thought that when I was, at the mall at Claire's, I think it was Claire's Boutique in Berlin where we got it. Anyway, and it was like, oh, buy 3 get a 4th one free. So we're vicious on a budget. So I get it, and then I tried it on for SantaCon and was like, oh, I totally thought the green present against my red hair would look super Christmassy. Except when you have a green screen and it disappears. It just totally disappeared. And you can see there's a few, there's like a green bow and a few green things. So whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, so Jupiter Gatling is going to be joining us later. She just woke up. She got her DJ gear set up here. She's going to be, she's putting her face on. And yes, I do. Well, I do steal a lot of shit from Jupiter Gatling because my entire closet, drawers, another closet, filled with costumes, cosplay, cool outfits. That's all in San Francisco. So I only, there's only, I can only fit so much into a suitcase. So when Jupiter Gatling comes to San Francisco, she is constantly borrowing my clothes. And now here I am in Berlin. I'm constantly going to be borrowing Jupiter Gatling's things. So yeah, I'm missing it. It's like it's going to be frustrating because we have so many theme parties on this channel, and I'm going back to San Francisco to grab another 2 suitcases worth of shit. And I have to kind of like think of it as like, okay, well, I don't want to like fill up an entire suitcase with an outfit that I'm only going to wear once because we're throwing a theme party. But at the same time, I want to like participate in the themes, like the Dance Commander Disco, every weekend, every Friday and Saturday night, they are doing different themes. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got a great outfit for that in a closet back home in San Francisco. So it's very, very frustrating. Yes, I do need a bag of holding, CJ. I need a 23 kilo or 30 pound suitcase of holding is what I need. Hey, DJ Access, nice to see you. Yes, I am here. Thank you for the congrats on the artist visa. Yes, I am. For those who don't know, I have been based in San Francisco. That is the mothership of Booty Mashup. But for the past 4.5 months, I've been here in Berlin with Jupiter Gatling because Jupiter can't come to America. I was able to manage to get my butt to Berlin. And seeing as that, who knows how long the corona apocalypse is going to last, I applied for an artist visa and I got it because according to the German government, I'm an artist. I mean, I had to show a bunch of paperwork. It was like, press clippings from Booty Mashup stuff and things like that. But yeah, it's I am an artist. Damn it, I am. So anyway, just catching up on the chat. Want to make sure I didn't miss anything. For some reason, my chat is not staying on the screen anymore because DJ Time moved some stuff around yesterday, and now it's like, what is going on? Because we're all streaming in different locations, and did anyone catch last night's stream with DJ Time? It was so damn adorable. It was super cute. Okay, why the hell? What? Streamlabs, just go. Why am I not there? Log in. Dashboard. Anyway, so yeah, his mom dressed up like Mrs. Claus. His stepdad was like a totally legit Santa Claus, and they were just adorable. I mean, this weekend it's Christmas, so this weekend's all about like these wholesome streams. I don't know how wholesome. Okay, my background is wholesome. But there's no way I can even compete with the wholesomeness that was DJ Time, or DJ Airson for that matter. Okay, so I want, hide message. Yeah, there we go. Why did that disappear? Okay, there we go. Great. Fix that problem. Now I can see your messages. Anyway, Uh, yeah. So getting back to the fact that I got an artist visa. So I am going to be staying in Germany for a while. I'm going back in 10 days. I'm going back to San Francisco. So we're going to be doing a bunch of streams. It's going to be weird of putting, like, I'll probably do a few without a green screen because I really, really, really love my apartment, and I'm losing my apartment. I mean, besides the fact that I'm not going to live there anymore, I was hoping to sublet it, but I mean, bottom line is I can't afford that apartment anymore. There's also really good financial reasons for me to move to Berlin because Berlin is like a quarter of the living expenses that it is in San Francisco. So yes, I am definitely, I'm looking forward to just being like, okay, here I am. All my stuff's in storage. Here I am in Berlin. It's like, at least the uncertainty of life, it won't be weighing over my head. So yeah, it's been a crazy Christmas season. How is, yeah, Malvolio, I hear San Francisco rent is high. Yeah, it's weird. San Francisco rent was high. Just to give you an idea, I was living, or still am really, a 1-bedroom apartment that was $3,200. And I felt like I was getting a deal because the 3 buildings across the street all were like more like around $4,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. So I was like, oh, my place is rent controlled. Like on a long enough timeline, my rent's going to be like there's some old timers in my building who've been living in my building for like 30 years, and my building's rent controlled. So they're like, living in, an apartment and only paying like $800 or something when the same apartment goes for, $2,000, $3,000. So, yeah, these prices killed your soul. I know they kind of kill my soul too. It is ridiculous how expensive San Francisco is. But it's changing. Right now, my same apartment is going for like only $1,700. So the price dropped almost in half, but they won't take my rent down. So I am stuck paying like this crazy rent, and they won't take it down. They suggest, just move to a different unit in your building because we can't take the rent down. It's a corporate policy. And I get why it's a corporate policy, because there's like 420 units in my building. If they take my rent down because I asked, that means they're going to need to take everybody's rent down. It's like a total legal thing. So they're like, we're really sorry. Our hands are tied. But there's an apartment right below you, same floor layout, like literally 1 floor below. And that's probably more in your price range. But I'm like, if I'm moving to Berlin anyway, then what's even the point, So, but yeah, I've been having trouble trying to sublet. It's like, it's nuts. Yeah, no, San Francisco is crazy. But the fact that, and I know $1,700 for a 1-bedroom apartment is probably still pretty damn expensive compared to the rest of the world. But for San Francisco, the way San Francisco has been the past 10 years, that's like, oh my God, it's super cheap. DJ Lobster Dust is moving in New York right now. He's moving for exactly the same reason. The same thing that's happening in San Francisco is also happening in New York. I mean, New York City and San Francisco have reputations for being the most expensive cities in America. So it's like, oh God damn the things. Why are these still not? I didn't change it. So they're super expensive, and but they're amazing cities to live in. So that's like, sort of the trade-off. But I'm kind of hoping that even though it's bad for me right now because they're not going to take my rent down, I'm hoping that the one good thing that has come out of a global pandemic is that rents in really crazy expensive cities like New York City, San Francisco, I know the same thing's happening in LA, the rent's coming down. Seattle, yeah, Wizard Dance Party, yes. I know Seattle's bad too, but the rents are like actually coming down to reasonable levels. And that is that's a good thing. That is, we've needed that for a while. So yeah. Oh, there we go. I didn't save the settings. That was my problem. Okay, there we go. Oh, and now my chat pod disappeared. Anyway. Simon asks, is San Francisco's popularity with gay folk a reason rents are driven up? Honestly, no. Because the gays have been, San Francisco's been a gay mecca since the 70s. No, the reason is 100% due to San Francisco being a hub for the tech industry. So what happens is we have a ton of young tech industry workers who are working for Google or Apple or startups or whatever, and are making great money and can afford expensive apartments. So it's and the thing is there was a housing shortage. So it was like this perfect storm. There was a housing shortage in San Francisco. All these tech companies are based in the Bay Area. They were like, tech boom. They're hiring like crazy. Everyone wants to live in cool San Francisco. They don't want to live in the suburbs. They want to live in cool San Francisco. So it was like this perfect storm of like being able to raise rents. Housing shortage, tech industry with lots of people with disposable income and money, and there you go. So yeah, that's basically it. The proximity to Silicon Valley is what drove the rents up. But now what's happening with the corona apocalypse is all these people who were like, yeah, I'm going to live in San Francisco. It's cool. Well, now they're staying at home. And then they're like, okay, all the reasons why I wanted to live in San Francisco are now like, ooh, cool, great restaurants and nightlife and culture and, just cool stuff to do. Well, everything's closed. So they're like, why am I spending all this money on rent and probably for a smaller apartment when I can move out to the suburbs, have a big old house for a lot less money, and I'm stuck at home working anyway, and now you don't need to be like, oh, close to the office. So there is a mass exodus happening right now. Not just in San Francisco, but like I said, I was just talking to Lobster Dust in New York, and he's moving from Queens to Manhattan, and like moving on up to the west side. I think he's like Upper West Side or Upper East Side, but like a nice apartment that is actually a little bit less than what he's paying now for a smaller apartment in Queens. So he's like, yeah, Upper East Side. Thank you, Muffle Mug. So it's sort of like, well, what the hell? Why not move, right? It's yeah, Sinrose. It is happening in all the major cities. It's not. He's doing the nanny route. Epileptic. What's the nanny route? Like, deluxe apartment in the sky. Yeah, that was that's what TV show was that? It was like from the 70s. It was the Jeffersons, right? I think. Yeah. Anyway, yes, that is. It's Manhattan. I mean, Manhattan's everybody. I mean, there are so many. There's a little bit of everybody in Manhattan for sure. So although because Manhattan was so expensive, everybody who lived in Manhattan was of a certain income level, and yeah, Lobster just said that like there's just like moving trucks everywhere in his neighborhood. When he went to go see this apartment in Manhattan, there were tons of moving trucks everywhere. Like people are just like moving the hell out. So he wants to stay in New York. I mean, Lobster Dust is a tried and true New Yorker, so he's taking the opportunity to move to a nicer apartment. I, on the other hand, am taking the opportunity to move to another country where I can save some money because I lost my job in the global pandemic. Lobster Dust still has his day job, so yay. Anyway, I'm trying to catch up on the chat here a little bit. I really did not know where Mashup Talk was going to go today. It's Christmas. I want to thank everyone for being here. How's everyone's Christmas going? It's like I so appreciate that you're here with us. That, I mean, for once, I saw something recently where it was like, where people who tend to maybe be introverted or don't have families, or have, problematic relationships with their family, maybe don't have a lot of friends, where they feel sort of like, alone on Christmas. And that is very much, that's a not uncommon thing, to be alone on Christmas and then to feel bad about it. And then you feel weird. I mean, there's, mental health check, everyone, right? And, but I saw something somewhere someone posted, but it was like, but this year I feel a little bit better because everybody is sort of in that same boat right now. You can't go visit your families, or at least you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be traveling, shouldn't be gathering in large groups. So everybody is sort of we're in this collective, we're all in the same boat of having like a very weird Christmas, Yeah, Malvolio, I miss the food and the fellowship. It's, so anyway, I hope that you guys are here and joining us in the chat pod. I know it's not quite the same as getting together with friends and family over a big, meal and exchanging presents and like driving around the neighborhood and looking at Christmas lights, or, all the Christmas shit that one does. At least that we can help give you some sort of connection. I know that I am definitely, like, that's what I'm here for too, believe it or not. Jupiter and I usually go down to the south of Germany and we visit with her family, her father and her brother. And this year it was like, they're there on an iPhone. We ate dinner and Simon, I feel you on, wait, who? Yeah, you've never eaten so little on Christmas Day. Yeah. It's like, I made a big spread today. Not as big as like Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, but definitely I wanted to make I'm vegetarian. I was looking up, I know we got a few Brits in the chat. I was looking up like traditional Christmas dinner, and everything that was coming up was all very like very British, very English, like this old English, like fancy Christmas dinner. Because I think in America, we all know what Thanksgiving is. It's, it's the turkey, the gravy, the mashed potatoes, the sweet potatoes, the pumpkin pie. There's like kind of a set menu for Thanksgiving. But Christmas can be a little all over the map. I was like, oh, is it the Christmas goose, the Christmas ham, the Christmas turkey? It's like what is it? And I'm vegetarian, so I don't care about any of that stuff, but I want to mimic it as much as I can. And so I was doing searches for
one little question.
What? Oh,
where'd you hide my Christmas dress? You hide it. Did you hide it up there where I can't reach it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh no.
I don't remember. No, I think it's underneath. I think it's on the left, on the ground. Not the ground. I mean here. There's what my clothes are right here. They're like underneath the clothes. But if they're not, then yeah, it's upper right.
Oh no.
Just stand on the thing. Tamales. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God, I forgot Texas. Yeah, Texas is all the barbecue and everything. Yeah. So when I was, when I was like Googling like traditional Christmas dinner, everything seemed to be, or at least a lot of it was very, very, very British. So, and one of the things was a beef Wellington. And I'm like, yes! I remember my mother would like make a beef Wellington for Easter or Christmas, big holidays. So I was like, so then I did a search for vegetarian Wellington. And I've never ever made this before. And I made a vegetarian Wellington. It was like, 2 of them. They're pretty big. They're like these big logs of, here, I want to show you a photo. Of course, I took a picture. Yeah, here we go. So, yes, big ole loaf of veggie stuff with puffed filling, not puffed filling, puffed dough shell. And you can see we barely ate any of it, right? There's like 2 of them there. So what I did, Malvolio, I know I'm massacring your name. I really do wish that I would have done like fake meat. There's a vegetarian butcher here in Berlin that makes really, really great soy and seitan based fake meats. And they're really good. And I think next time I make this, I'm basically going to do a beef Wellington recipe, like traditional beef Wellington, but just substitute the beef and do like a, like a fake meat, a soy thing or something. Because what this was, it was super crazy labor intensive, but it was like mushrooms and spinach and breadcrumbs and like tons of different spices and God, I want to say, no, it wasn't sweet potatoes. It was something else. God, I can't even remember. It was basically 3 different things. Like, I'm just following the recipe. It was like Jamie Oliver. And it's like, just following the recipe. And then at the very end, it's like, okay, now combine these 3 separate dishes you made. Now mix it all together. And I was like, what? Why? This was way more labor intensive and just high maintenance than it needed to be. But that's also like one of the things, like, I'm realizing one of my own personal Christmas traditions that has only happened over the past couple years is to try to cook some crazy, high maintenance, elaborate production of a meal. And definitely vegetarian Wellington felt like it fit that. But now for next year, I know how to simplify it, know how to make it better. Like, I did veg duckin for 3 years. Do you guys know what a turducken is? A turducken is when you have a chicken, like I think a Cornish game hen, really, stuffed inside a duck, stuffed inside a turkey. And it's definitely like turkey, duck, chicken. Thank you, Kaiser Roll. So I made a veg duckin, which is, there's literally just Google veg duckin and you'll find recipes where it's like a sweet potato inside an eggplant inside a butternut squash. And, again, just like super labor intensive to get the filling and the stuffing and, and it's like hours and hours and hours of, you're roasting everything. And so this was sort of similar, making this Wellington in just a lot of steps to then be like, wow, I could have just gotten some fake meat and then rolled it up in the dough and be done with it. But although I know it's not that because you still need to add salt and pepper. Oh yeah, you got to do all the things. I remember my mother would bitch about having to make beef Wellington because I guess beef Wellington was pretty high maintenance. But I also think my mother was like rolling out the dough and stuff like that, and I just I just go to the market and get the pre-made, like, the pre-made dough that you unroll yourself. So anyway, yeah. What is spatchcock? Admiral Luck, what is the word spatchcock? I don't even know what that is. Is that like a turducken thing? Is that a what the fuck is spatchcock? Kind of catching up on the chat here. I know I've missed a lot. If you said something interesting in the chat pod and I missed it while I was trying to set other stuff up or dealing with Jupiter Gatling's Christmas costuming crisis, I'm sorry. Just want to say I'm sorry. Imagine that we are at the big, huge dinner table with everybody, and everybody's talking at once, and so I'm not going to catch all the conversation, probably because I'm really trying to hang out at the kids' table. Oh, it's when you cut out the spine of the bird. Okay. Oh man, yeah. Okay, yeah. Because I was like, spatchcock is butterflying a bird by cutting its breastbone. Yeah, I'm glad you explained what that is, because I wouldn't even know what butterflying the bird is. Yeah, that sounds gnarly, especially from a vegetarian point of view. I mean, full disclosure, I'm actually pescatarian. I eat fish, and I have I have deboned my own fish. I've caught fish, like descaled it, deboned it. I mean, I can do all that, but with a fish, I don't know. I can do it with a fish. Fish don't have feelings. But chicken, just like, or a turkey. I'm like, oh, cute little bird. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm sure it's brutal. When's the last time you went fishing? Called out. Actually, DJ Airson, the last time I went fishing was more recent than you think. The former manager of DNA Lounge, our home venue in San Francisco, where we do our booty mashup parties. The manager, former manager, owns a fishing boat, and in fact, when he left DNA Lounge, he started a sport fishing business where tourists rent him and his boat, and he takes them out on the bay to go fishing. So he took he had a day where he didn't have a booking, and so he took me and Jupiter Gatling out to go fishing. So yeah, we actually went fishing. Unfortunately, we didn't catch anything big enough to keep. Because I guess there's fishing game rules where if the fish you catch is not big enough, you need to unhook it and throw it back in. And I was really sad because I really wanted to catch catch my meal, catch the fish, and he's got everything all set up on the boat for descaling and deboning and all that stuff. And I've done it, but I'm sure I'm not doing it well. So I really kind of wanted to see a professional who does this all the time, show me some pointers and some tips. But yeah, we never got to do that, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, Yaganub, you were scared to ever go fishing again when you were a kid? Had a bass nearly bite the end of your pinky off. Oh my God, that's like piranha style. Do bass really, are they that vicious, or can they be that vicious? Whew. But yeah, Jupiter Gatling says if the fish are too small, it means they don't procreate yet. Yeah, that's basically it. You don't want to overfish the waters. So, bastards. +1 on the dad joke, John Dag Matt Mitty, for sure. Oh boy. So anyway, so yeah, we're not here. I would love, especially now that I love cooking. Normally, if we didn't go down to Jupiter's family down in south of Germany, we would be like, oh, let's have some people over. I really want to cook for people. But it was like, I probably cooked for like 6 people, and it's just myself and Jupes. We're going to be eating leftovers. So, but I'm glad that you guys are here. So, because this season's been kind of rough. I'm not going to lie. I've been not in a great headspace. It's been a rough season, and which is weird. I mean, I generally love the holiday season. You know, I love the vibe. There's like, I love the decorations and the lights, and here in Berlin there's like the Christmas markets, and you know, and this year there hasn't been any of that. And then just coupled with, you know, some of the personal shit in my life, which, you know, you guys know about. I got my artist visa, but what that ultimately means is I'm losing my home in San Francisco. And while that's a good thing in the sense of like, oh my God, I'm going to be saving so much money that I really need to be saving, it sucks to lose your home. It does not feel good. And I mean, no matter what, whether I was like going back to San Francisco or staying in Germany, the bottom line is I would lose that home anyway. So losing my apartment is just like not been a great mood. And I know that in the grand scheme of things, I'm really, really lucky. And then I feel guilty that I feel depressed because other people are like having it much, much, much worse. But anyway, this is always like a weird season. I'm usually pretty good. Like Christmas used to be bad. Like the biggest fights I ever got into with my family were always at Christmas. Christmas is like high stress. You know, I think my family definitely suffered from a lot of like special occasion-itis, where it's like, oh, it's the holidays. Everything's got to be perfect. Everything's got to be like just so. And then, of course, it never goes exactly as planned. And everyone's just a little high strung. And then, it's like, oh, there's your problematic uncle. And then, oh, is grandpa going to say something stupid? And, it's like, oh, is that relative going to like, give this other relative shit? And it's all like, so the stress is real. So yeah, growing up, especially as an adolescent, as a teenager, my Christmases were horrible. Like the biggest fights ever. I mean, there was one, like I literally got into a physical altercation with my mother on Christmas Day, the day after my birthday, over the color of my hair. I mean, it just got ugly. I don't even know how it happened. I mean, it's like, I mean, it wasn't like a huge physical altercation, but enough that where it was like, fuck. So yeah, I really, like, by the time I got to college, I was just like over Christmas. I fucking hated Christmas. And then at some point during college, I ended up with a fairly small, close-knit group of theater friends, mostly theater friends and the gays, the gay and the theater kids, of course. And we ended up like throwing some like really great parties, like right before a break. We would always throw like a big party because, hey, we're not going to see each other for like, I mean, if it's spring break, it's a week. If it's winter break, it's more like 3 weeks. So the winter break one would be a big party. We'd like make like, red and green punch, and we'd exchange presents and do like a Secret Santa thing. And then, it was like, oh, wait a minute. This is what Christmas is like with people you actually love. Like people you actually get along with. Like, this is what Christmas is supposed to be. And it was just that realization that, you're stuck with the family that you were born into, but you can also choose your own family as well. And you can find your own family. And, family is that is a wide term. There's blood family, but then there's like, there's the family you feel in your heart, that you feel connected to. And that's really important. And that was when I started to loosen up about Christmas. Suddenly it was like, I very remember it was my junior year of college, so my third year of college. And we had a Christmas party, and it was just an epic party. And I made a mixtape. I made my very first Christmas mixtape, and it was, to soundtrack the party. So even back then I wasn't DJing. I mean, I DJ'd on my college radio station, but I didn't DJ a party. But I put together a mixtape to play at the party. And, all these years later, I'm still doing the same shit. And yeah, it's and now I've slowly warmed up to Christmas over the years. But I do recognize that it can be a very triggering kind of holiday. And yeah, this year's been a little bit more, it's been triggering in a different way, just that's a little bit more of the social isolation. You guys have helped, just doing a few live streams a week and seeing familiar names in the chat and hanging out and having some really good conversations in the chat pod. It's really nice, and I hope that you guys feel that too. So I very much appreciate that you guys are here on Christmas Day. We're celebrating Twitchmas, which is just ridiculous. And yeah, we've really, it's this whole year. I mean, let's face it, this year has been fucked up. And I know each and every single one of the DJs on this channel have all been through these pockets of just weirdness and depression and uncertainty and anxiety. We're all in the same boat. Some of us different boats, but still the same big boat of we can't do what we love the way we used to, and we've all been pivoting and trying to figure shit out, and some of us still have jobs, some of us don't, and so it's been but even if you have a job, it's you're socially isolated except through a screen. So it's been different boats, same river. Yes, that is exactly it. So being able to connect with a community, I've talked about how I feel more connected with my DJs and my Booty Mashup community, but it's I then start to look at community in general, and this is a word that has been running through my head quite a bit lately, this sense of community. And I gotta tell you, it feels really nice. There's been over the years a fracturing of the mashup community. Producers are just scattered to the winds. Everyone's there are just a lot of different places where producers can post their tracks, but there hasn't been really a central message board like there was back in the Gaibo days. Gaibo being the message board from the early 2000s, where mashup producers would often get together and post their tracks and stuff. There's a few pockets here and there, and so doing the Twitch channel and seeing familiar names of producers whose mashups I've been playing for years pop up into the chat has been amazing. And then one thing that I've been trying to do, which I stopped doing, Adriana, bad Adriana. I stopped reaching out to other people. Now it's if I download someone's mashup and I'm playing it out and I'm loving it, I message them. I never used to do this. I mean, I used to way back in the day because we were all on the same message board. But now I will track down their goddamn YouTube channel and hope that maybe that email address on their channel works, or track them down via social media somehow and just let them know and reach out and make a connection and be hey, we do a mashup show. And it's trying to build community. And you guys in the chat pod, you guys being like, like the fans are just as important as the content creators. As like so many people, so many mashup producers, just like, they make their mashup and they throw it out on YouTube, and, they get comments and stuff, or maybe they don't. I've actually been really surprised. I've been kind of like now, like paying a little closer attention to, obviously there's people like William Moranci and Cummerbund and Bill McClintock and One Board Jew who have like hundreds of thousands of followers, and every time they post a video, it goes like, it gets a lot of views. But then I've been looking at some of the other people who I collect from, and I was like, oh, poor Beaver's Mashups. That dude's got like less than 1,000 followers. One of the mashups that for me was like one of the best mashups of the year, enough that I made it a bonus track on the Best of Booty mashup, has like 267 views or something, like just pathetic. And I'm like, how does this not have any views? So it's just sort of like, like, again, that's like someone who I should be reaching out to and being like, hey, love your work. Just trying to make connections with the community, and then turning you guys on and being like, I was like, hey, here's cool work. This is why, at least, actually most of us, when we play mashups, we try to shout out the producers. I wish that we had the thing. Unfortunately, it's a gnarly bit of code that has not really escaped beta yet. But what DJ Lobster does has on his channel, where he, you can like type in the track, track ID, and it'll pop up like who the mashup producer is, So it's it's been really, really great to cultivate mashup community again. And I think the difference is I was so involved in nightlife that I lost touch with the roots of where I start. I mean, this party started, Booty Mashup started simply because I was a fan of mashups and wanted to spread them to the world. But then when you throw a party, then that dealing with the logistics of throwing a party kind of takes over. And so all these other little things of like maintaining a community, cultivating a community, somewhat fell to the wayside because we were always so busy producing a party every week. So, silver lining of the Corona apocalypse, no, I don't make any money throwing parties anymore, but have reconnected with the greater mashup community and with a commitment to actually like cultivate that more. So, yeah, Anyway, sorry, I've been on a rant. Scrolling through here, just double checking, making sure I didn't miss anything. When I go on a tangent, then I end up like missing half the chat. You know how it is. Yeah. Shout out to the essential workers, by the way, who are obviously working more than ever and having probably way more social contact than they should. There's a reason why essential workers are getting the vaccine before anybody, and well deserved, well done, definitely. So anyway, yes. So do you guys like Christmas music? I'm actually curious. Like, what's everyone's tolerance level for Christmas music? Because I used to hate Christmas music, but then that year that I made the my very first Christmas mixtape, started digging deeper. It was like I realized, I hate traditional Christmas music that you've been hearing like over and over and over again for years, but hearing like a rock version of some like old Christmas song from the 30s, or just cool brand new Christmas songs, some artists you like, and then of course taking it into today, like mashing up like a pop song or a rock song or hip hop song, whatever, pick your genre that you like, and mashing it up with a Christmas song suddenly makes that Christmas song that you can't stand tolerable. So I know that Mr. Beard Papa loves Christmas music, because I tuned into his live stream the other day while I was cooking food and dealing with stuff, and it was really nice to have some Christmas music there. But yeah, onlooker, you are right. It is the last day for Christmas music. I'm probably gonna go hard. I don't know how hard Jupiter Gatling is gonna go. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be going hard with the Christmas music, and I hope that you guys can handle it, for sure. I know, Erison, I love the everyone's living room scene, but she went a little light on the Christmas music, probably knowing full well that I was gonna embrace this theme hardcore, Being drunk helps, yes, Sin Rose. Definitely. Cheers. Yeah, it should be. But yeah, this is the last day I can do it. And plus, last weekend, we were doing the whole anti-Christmas thing or anti-holiday, and so yeah, I plan to go hard. It's gonna be fun. Mr. Beard Papa. Oh, yeah, I definitely had to. I was glad I was awake for it, because I wasn't sure. I never know. I literally never know what kind of sleep schedule I'm gonna be on. I know Muffle Mug kind of has similar issues as well, and Jupiter and I have barely seen each other this past week. Our sleep schedules are just we are each getting a full 8 hours of sleep alone, because our sleep schedules are that off. So we have 8 hours of waking hours together, and then 8 hours alone, and then 8 hours sleeping alone. It's really weird. Kwanzaa music. What is Kwanzaa music? I definitely have Hanukkah music, but Hanukkah's over, so I'm not gonna be the stupid Shitska and play Hanukkah music at Christmas, thinking, oh well, it's Hanukkah. No. I know better. I am apparently, according to my ancestry report, I am 2% Jewish, and all my Jewish friends are like, I knew it. You're good with money. There are a couple other apparently, you're good with guilt. All these stereotypical Jewish things. So I was my former assistant is Jewish, and he's always all it takes is just a drop. I'm considering you part Jewish now, and I'm okay. I'm not sure 2% really counts, but okay, I'll take it. Yeah, I know how to kvetch. I do. It's true, DJ Erison. Oh yeah, Mr. Beard Papa. I'm definitely playing that Sia Ho 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 song. That is so good. And onlooker, yeah, I am absolutely certain that Kwanzaa music exists. I just didn't really, I haven't really dug deep into that. And let's put it this way: does it exist as a mashup or as a even a bootleg remix or something? The answer is probably yes, but I'm not even quite sure where to go digging for that. And Boxing Day. Kaiser Roll. It's funny you mention that Todrick Hall just did a Christmas version of Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels, because John Dag McMitty literally yesterday during Lobster Dust's earlier stream, his pre TV's Throwback Thursday stream, had played the original Todrick Hall mashup that I had made, and then John Dag had mentioned, oh yeah, there's a Christmas version. I'm like, what? How do I not know about this? Literally within 90 minutes, I had downloaded the track, pulled out the acapella, remashed it, added jingle bells, and then released it to the world. So, and look who's here.
Hello.
It's Jupiter Gatling.
There is the invisible.
Though, yeah, it is invisible. You really can't even. I mean, that is like literally like green screen green. Okay, so here, this is like one of those things where like
it looks like wrapping paper.
You can't see it until like you put your hands behind it.
No, just like the wrapping paper is very fancy. It's advanced nanotechnology. It's transparent.
Yeah.
What's my makeup?
Your makeup looks amazing. Mwah, don't
smear the lipstick.
Yeah, you look great. Oh shit.
What?
This is. Oh, I see what you did. You are wearing it. Okay, so I was looking for. I mean, I'm like, oh god. I mean, this corset's probably coming off at some point. Why are you not wearing this all the way up here like that?
Because this is unbreathable fucking plastic and fake fur. What do you think? I'd rather wear my little red negligee on top.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I mean, it works. It totally works. It's great. Yes. Yeah, we are, what the fuck? It's Twitchmas. And, and could we wear this to your father? Well, actually, yes.
Yeah, of course.
We could wear this to your father's house.
I think we have, actually.
I did not wear this to your father's house. Okay. It was a little less, sexy Santa's helper. I think I wore... What did I wear? I mean, I definitely wore like some Christmas outfits here.
I realized I should do some finish on my face.
Oh, do some finish? Okay. All right. Anyway. Oh, what time is it? Are we ready to get our ho ho ho's on and everything? Let's see here. We're gonna raise the DJ table a little bit here and get ourselves set up.
I also want to mention that we specifically got the big head for me and the small head for you so that we are the same height with the heads.
Oops. I don't know what happened.
You stole my shit again.
I did. Here, I'm going to move the chair all the way. Talk to the nice people.
Oh, I'm talking to the nice people. Hey, we have still 2 minutes to catch. Hey, everyone. I hope you all have a nice, very little Christmas or whatever you're celebrating yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It's the beginning of, it's not even 5, it's the beginning of what we call, Germans call between the years, which it's not, it's clearly still this year. But, starting on December 24th, nobody works until January 6th, because 6th is also a holiday. Most countries, most states, not Berlin. So this is just, eat a lot, don't know what day it is. It's basically very similar to the Corona apocalypse. You don't know what day it is, you're just eating, like nothing makes any sense. But it's just 6 days as opposed to an entire year. But this time period feels very familiar. It's just like the same as it always was.
Yeah, definitely.
At least there's that.
There we go. All right. Well, you guys, we are going to we're going to switch our scenes here. Mm-hmm. And we are going to cheers. We're going to get into the music. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. Let me make sure that I change this back to music. So I don't know. There's like some sort of reason we do this, and
I might rip off your head back.
Really? Do you want to trade?
Mm-hmm.
You're like you're mad, huh?
Mm-hmm. I feel small and insignificant. Although
neither one of us are wearing shoes right now. This is our real height.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh man, I'm small.
Okay, here. Then here, you take this one. Mm.
Okay, but may I advise you wear both of these because this is kind of cute.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because I'm gonna be busy with this one.
Okay. Oh man, look, you can see right through it. You guys can see right through me. All right, give me that one too.
That's why. But this one needs to go first.
Oh, really? Why is that?
There's a reason, I tell you.
Okay.
Oh. I look like decoration. I literally look like decoration.
Okay. Well, at least this one won't.
Here.
What?
I'm gonna help you. You put this here.
Uh-huh.
And then this one, because it's bigger, it can just go on top, you know?
Okay. All right.
Like,
Ow.
Try to survive.
Ow.
Ow.
This is so not going to work.
That's totally worked. It worked on my head.
Really?
Okay, look, we can do a 30-minute, every 30-minute hat
We
exchange.
trade hats. Okay. All right, we're going to switch scenes here, everyone. And don't worry, we are not turning anything off. We are streaming for the whole rest of the evening. So let's get...
We're going to your basic set first. Oh god.
There we are. Oh my god, we're wait, that's not where we're supposed to be. Not in the Daft Punk pyramid. Here, let's be here. I don't know, we can be, but everyone, thanks for being here and Merry Twitchmas. I'm gonna play this is what?
I don't think you're set up. That is off.
I told you it wasn't set up. I told you that and you said I told you to set it up.
I did set it up.
Where is it?
What?
Oh.
Did I just set it up in one thing and nowhere else?
Well, which one did you set it up in?